This is Smokin Jamgrass. I'm Bryan.
I'm Jolie, and we'd like to share with you the music we love, progressive bluegrass, and its roots. First and third Sundays of the month from 2 to 3 p.m. right here on KMUZ.
You and I headed straight into the west.
Hey everybody, welcome to Smokin Jamgrass. I'm here with my cats and my husband, and we're all really excited to do episode 4 of Smokin Jamgrass. Why?
All songs about animals.
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 Who doesn't love animals?
We love animals. Kitties and doggies and pigs and groundhogs. We got all kinds of animals.
And animals that can play music. Animals like Billy Strings.
Yeah.
Jeff Austin.
Yeah.
And Yonder Mountain String Band. Del McCoury.
Yay. Yeah.
Yeah. And Infamous Stringdusters. Also Bryan Sutton. Something really special with him. And Chris Thile is coming up later on. But for now, we're going to listen to a band that has a dog in it.
Yeah, it's actually the first bluegrass band that introduced me, and I got hooked on the whole genre through 1973 formed Old and in the Way.
And who all comprise that band?
Well, I got introduced to it via Jerry Garcia on banjo. There's also John Kahn on bass, Vassar Clements on fiddle, David Grisman on mandolin, and the great Peter Rowan on guitar and vocals.
So actually, we're going to go back to 1973 right now. A couple of songs from November 4th, 1973. They played at Cal State University in Sonoma, starting out our animal show with a song about a pig in a pen.
Oink, oink. It's Smokin Jamgrass on KMUZ.
Bacon biscuits, baby, made good and brown. Where'd you get them biscuits made? Well, lamb now. I got big corn, feed 'em all. All I need is pretty girls. What I dark clouds rising, sure sun and rain. Got your red bone on, sweet last dream. I got a big home and big corn, feeding all. All I need is pretty girl, baby. What I've got. I got big home and big corn, much time. Faith has been broken. Tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die.
You're listening to Smokin Jamgrass on KMUZ Community Radio.
Well, we're going to lead us off on a little tune that we recorded some time ago, and this is one that kind of pays tribute to all the guitar pickers in Nashville and Oregon.
Before that too. Well, there's 1,352 guitar pickers in Nashville. They can pick more notes than a number of ants on a Tennessee anthill. There's 1,352 guitar cases in Nashville, and anyone that unpacks his guitar can play it twice as better than I will. Nashville can play clean as country water. Play wild as Mountain Dew. Nashville can been playing since I was baby. Nashville can did work before that too. When I heard a couple of sounding tunes on the sky, and the record man said every one is yellow sun record from Nashville. Everybody sing it. Nashville can play clean as country water. Nashville can play wild as Mountain Dew. Nashville can been playing since I was baby. Nashville can get work before that too. I'm going, I better let y'all sing this verse. Let's see. Well, that goes in there, doesn't it? Well, there's 16,821 mothers in Nashville. All their friends play music and they ain't uptight if one of the kids will. Because it's custom made for any mother's son to be a guitar picker in Nashville. And I sure am glad I got a chance to say a word about the music and the mothers from Nashville. Nashville can play clean as country water. Nashville can play wild as Mountain Dew. Those Nashville can been playing since I was baby. All them Nashville
work before they're through.
Dreamed a little dream of you, yes, a tiny dancer, field of blue, like a song Tchaikovsky plays, makes me come on slowly. Raven hair that makes me mad, and the insane style that makes me glad. California dreaming, the Mississippi style makes me come on slowly. Trying to be real cool and soft, won't take a chance turning you off. Watching how you operate when the chips are down makes me come on slowly. It isn't that I wouldn't want to make it all come true, baby, if I had a chance to be in love with you. Watching how you operate when the chips are down makes me come on slowly. Dreamed a little dream of you, yes, my tiny little dancer in a field of blue. Like a song Tchaikovsky plays, makes me come on slowly. The raven hair makes me mad, and the insane style that makes me glad. California dreaming, the Mississippi style makes me come on slowly. Trying to be real cool and soft, so I won't take a chance turning you off. Watching how you operate when the chips are down makes me come on slowly. It isn't that I wouldn't want to make it all come true, baby, if I had a chance to be in love with you. Watching how you operate when the chips are down makes me come on slowly. Dream of you, yes, my tiny dancer, feel the blue. Like a song Tchaikovsky plays, makes me come on slowly. The raven hair that makes me mad, and the insane style that makes me glad. California dreaming, the Mississippi style that makes me come on slowly. Trying to be real cool and soft, so I won't take a chance turning you off. Watching how you operate when the chips are down, that makes me come on slowly. It isn't that I wouldn't want to make it all come true, baby. If I had a chance to be in love with you, watching how you operate when the chips are down, that makes me come on slow. Thank you, guys. God bless John Hartford.
was a big bay horse, wore a shaggy mane. He ran on down to Memphis, he beat the Memphis train. Beat the Memphis train, Lord, he beat the Memphis train. Darryl. What makes your head so red? Right on thing, the hot sun, got a fever in my head, a fever in my head, a golden fever in my head. Until I said to Mom, you're looking mighty squirrel. Well, Monty said to Tim Brooks, I'm leaving his old world. Get me in the big old mighty squirrel, I'm leaving his old world. California, Molly, that you please. Come back to old Kentucky, be with oldies, be with oldies, be with oldies. Now women folk all laugh, children all are crying, men folk all are hollering. Old Tim Brooks is flying, old Tim Brooks is flying, and here comes Tim O'Brien. Clear out of sight. I gotta get on Khyber, run right. Oh, money's been terrible, clear out of sight. I messed up the world really bad on Fine Sunday night.
Smokin Jamgrass on KMUZ. Y'all just heard Yonder Mountain String Band covering a Bill Monroe song, Molly and Ten Brooks, about his horsies. And before that was Mossy Cow with Yonder Mountain String Band, and Tony Trischka on banjo from the very first Northwest String Summit.
It was our very first summit, wasn't it? Very romantic.
Amazing.
We also heard from Jeff Austin and friends doing Cuckoo's Nest. I love that Hartford tune. That was played at the John Hartford Memorial Festival in Bean Blossom, Indiana on June 1st, 2013. Del McCoury Band with Nashville Cats. That was also at String Summit at Horning's Hideout, and that was done in 2004. And Olden in the Way, a pair of tunes ahead of that, Wild Horses. Of course, that was a Rolling Stones tune. And speaking of horses, we've got another song here now about a horse. In fact, a block of songs from Billy Strings and a bear.
And a groundhog. It's the same day every day.
What sound does a groundhog make?
Smokin Jamgrass on KMUZ.
Yay!
About 1825, I left Tennessee barely half alive. And I never would have got through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's paw. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw. Sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and then I rode away on the Tennessee stud. Oh, the Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Well, we drifted on down into no man's land, crossed that river called the Rio Grande. I raced my horse with the Spaniards full till I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and the gambler couldn't agree, got in a fight over Tennessee. We jerked our guns and he fell with a thud, and I rode away on the Tennessee stud. Oh, the Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. I got just as lonesome as a man could be, dreaming of my girl in Tennessee. And the Tennessee stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was dreaming of a sweetheart too. We loped right back across Arkansas. I whooped her brother and I whooped her pa. Went and found that girl with the golden hair. She was riding on the Tennessee mare. Oh, the Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Stirrup to stirrup and side by side, we crossed the mountains and valleys wide. We came to Big Muddy, then we forded the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee stud. There's a pretty little baby on the cabin floor, little hoss coat laying round the door. I love that girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee stud loves the Tennessee mare. Oh, the Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Tracks looks a lot like me. Across the room, running 90 miles an hour, taking 30 feet a jump. Ain't never been caught, he ain't never been treed. Some folks say he looks a lot like me. Taking 30 feet a jump. Ain't never been caught, he ain't never been treed. Some folks say he looks a lot like me. Right now, and that's the preacher and the bear, but that's not this song. Bears are so cool. Save the bears, man. groundhog, out to the woods for to catch a groundhog. Oh, groundhog. Run here, Sal, with a 10-foot pole. Run here, Sal, with a 10-foot pole. Get that whistle pig out of his hole. Oh, groundhog. Sal with a snicker and a grin. Round here, Sal with a snicker and a grin. Groundhog gravy all over her chin. Oh, groundhog. Well, look at them fellers, they're about to fall. Look at the fellers, they're about to fall. Eat till their britches won't button at all. Oh, groundhog. Covered in butter in the churn. Meat in the cupboard in butter in the churn. If that ain't groundhog, I'll be darned. Oh, groundhog. Eat up the meat and save the hide. Eat up the meat and save the hide. Best damn shoestring that ever was tied. Oh, groundhog. They'll shoulder up the gun and whistle up the dog. Shoulder up the gun and whistle up the dog. Out to the woods for to catch a groundhog. Oh, groundhog.
You're listening to Smokin Jamgrass on KMUZ Community Radio.
out on a chilly night, and he prayed for the moon to give him light for many miles to go that night before he reached the town. No, town, no, town, no. Many miles to go that night before he reached the town. No. The farmers stand, the ducks and the gates were kept there in. He said, a couple of you gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, no, town, no. A couple of you I gotta grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh. By the neck and he threw a duck across his back and he didn't mind the whack, whack, whack and the legs all dangling down, oh, down, oh, down, oh. He didn't mind the crack, crack and the legs all dangling down, oh. Ran to the window and she popped out her head. John, John, the great goose is gone and the box is on the town. Oh, town, no, town, no. John, John, the great goose is gone and the box is on the town. Oh. Mixing up the medicine and I'm on the pavement. Think about the government, the man in the trench coat, a bad off, laid off. Since he has a bad cover, wants to get it paid off. Look out, kid, some you did. God knows when if you do it again, you better dump down another way. Looking for a new friend, a man in a coonskin cabin and pig pen. He wants $11 bills and you only got 10. Face full of black soot, talking at the heat, put plants in the bed, but the phone stepped in and when Maggie says them and they said the must above the elevator, daughter from the day. Keep a dollar head better, don't turn a manhole, light yourself a candle, don't wear sandals, try to avoid a scandal, don't wanna be a bum, you better chew gum, the pump won't work, cause the vendor's the handle.
Ready to have a great time tonight, Portland! Chris Pandolfi on banjo right here.
Smokin Jamgrass on KMUZ, the Infamous Stringdusters at the Wonder Ballroom doing a Bill Emerson tune, Home of the Red Fox. So many have covered that. That's a great version of it. They played it in Portland at the Wonder Ballroom in 2012 on April 21st.
Yeah, and before that, we heard a great find from Jolie, Chris Thile, the great Chris Thile on mandolin, and Bryan Sutton on the guitar, improvising in the studio. And they went into Nickel Creek song The Fox, and then went into Robert Zimmerman, Subterranean Homesick Blues.
Oh, Bob.
Well, that was a really good jam.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's more than just two guys, but if you want to hear more of that, go to woodsongs.com. It's episode number 199, and that was from part 1.
It was beautiful.
Well, that's about all we have time for today, so thanks again for joining us for another episode of Smokin Jamgrass.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Make sure to take care of those animals.
Feed the animals.
Much love.
And I headed straight into the west. Sun is rising behind, we're headed straight into the darkness. And it's been so long since I've seen you, but I'm forced to stare at these lines while you're tossing, turning and dreaming. No, I love you, give you peace of mind. Straight in the darkness, headed you and I. Straight in the darkness, further into the night. But at least you're all here with me. Here we stand together, side. Straight in the darkness, headed you and I. Time is running fast, another hour come and gone. Plenty of road ahead.